Thanks a lot. So let's get it started then. Glad to have you all here. You can see the blue screen with product peers. Cool. Then why is it all about this product piece? For me, it was the challenge. Okay, who can I discuss product questions with? And because not always developers and designers are on the same level as you when it's about product questions. So the idea was we are having product peers as a place where you can go and discuss your topics, where we are all mentors and mentees at the same time. So we all learn and want to share our own experiences. And today I want to start with some experiences that I had with the product strategy. So what I have in mind a lot is thinking about Mintzberg, a very old graph. It looks, at least it looks like, I think it's from the 90s. There's a 2005 version as well. And it's about, okay, strategy in general. It's not about product in specific. And they say that only 10% of the strategies are actually getting realized. So why is it? So you have an intended strategy, but then you will find out on the way, things are getting harder, things don't work, maybe customers don't like it. So you move parts away from a strategy, and you then have a deliberate strategy, which is under attack, so to say, of good opportunities, of things that do not work, of new input and new knowledge that you acquire during your journey. And then you will have a realized strategy, which you can only understand when you look back. So sometimes people say, oh, we had a strategy of X and Y in the year 2017, but actually this is something that they actually know only after they actually started it. How did what is my take on this? Well, for me, the essence of strategy is choosing what's not to do. That's a quote from Michael Porter. He did a lot of other stuff like the 4P. And what I found very interesting about is that yes, you should know what you want to do, but you should as well, and especially know what you don't want to do. And this is something that helped me a lot in my very own strategy for the product of Opinory. Opinory is a company I'm working for at the moment. What I did there was I said, okay, what is in the focus? This was for 1 year, but it could be a shorter time frame as well, which was we want to build a competitive product that users love. Sounds quite generic. This could even work for other companies. And there were 4 high-level bullet points, which are defining what is the market, who is the customer, and what does it need to achieve. And then secondary level, we need to get better in operations to scale up. So we do need to do some things in order to achieve this focus as well, which are supporting this. They are not in the focus, but you cannot not do them, like onboarding and so on, which is actually a focus. But then what was the interesting part, and what was actually for me so delightful when I went with this list of things that we do not want to do in this year, we started with very few bullet points, and then with our stakeholder meeting, with every stakeholder, it became more and more bullet points were added, because people said, okay, this is something we have as in discussion for a longer time, but we really shouldn't do now. And it was interesting to see, because with this, we built up a alignment on things that are actually not a priority and should not be a priority. And even as we did this together at the end of last year, there is still always coming up people saying, oh, we should do this and that. And then you can go back to this and say, actually, we really agreed that we do not want to do this. It's still fine if for some reason it will absolutely make sense. But as well, it's easy as well to say no then. So this is my short input for today. And I have prepared some documents again, so that you can get in there. Can you hear me actually? Because I just saw the message that somebody cannot hear me.
I can hear.
Yeah, I guess you would have said something already. So there's what I sent you is the presentation, the Jamboard, and that's what I would like you to open.
Seems we need access to it.
Whoa, actually, it should be in a somewhere where everything is shared, but now it should work. Maybe you have to refresh the page. Nice. And there's two options today I would like to propose. Actually, it's like we always do an open space format, but today I would like to offer you to work on the no strategy, to execute it on your own and to try it out on your own. And then I will explain you how to do this in the groups of 3 peers. Or you say, actually, I have a topic which I would like to discuss today and bring in. Then this is possible as well. You just add then one of those topics, and I will explain you how to discuss on this topic. There's a method that we developed in the last sessions. So you can now either decide if you want to bring your own topic, and then maybe have a look whether this topic is interesting to you, because then you could join there to discuss this. Or you can say, no, I want to apply the no strategy on my own, for my own case and own company, and then discuss it with other peers. So please click on the note icon that you have on the left, and then add your name and move it to one of the rooms. There should be 3 peers per room to have the discussion. Nina, it's okay if you can't join the full hour. Just go into one of the rooms then. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, Katarzyna, of course you can shadow. Still, it's you will find out that it's not that hard. So there's quite. Maybe I can just describe how this works. So you would get into the rooms, then you have a very short intro and say hi, city, company name, role, time size. One of you should be the timekeeper. So maybe then this is the role that you could take if you don't want to actively discuss. Then you start with your strategy, and for yourself, you write down what should be in the focus. If you have a focus, if you have none, maybe you just do the no part, and what should not be done in the next 3 months, maybe, or in the next 12 months, whatever makes sense to you. And then you explain this in 3 minutes to the other peers. And then the other peers, and that's interesting, they will not discuss with you, but the other 2 peers will discuss with each other what they understood, what is clear, what is unclear in the strategy. So by that, with this feedback, you can then improve your strategy on your own. So it's not about, you don't need to defend yourself. You can just listen how they will discuss about your strategy that you just presented. And there's one question I would like to ask you, what to do with the tickets which are on this off list. So probably, or maybe you have in your backlog a lot of things that you now identified as things you do not want to do. So what will you do with them? Will you close them? Will you delete them? Will you have them open? Will you put them somewhere else? That would be interesting to, I would like you to ask, to talk about this. And then in the end, by 12:45, I would like you to edit your name sticky and then add a learning or action point that you came up with today.
Really quickly, Richard, this is about a product strategy itself, yeah? So about, not about strategy in general.
Yes, it's about product strategy. So I use those strategy theories for my product strategy. And you could use this as well. I didn't want to go into a completely theoretical discussion today. It's more about, well, let's do something hands-on. What I can see is, okay, nobody is in the bring your topic part, so everybody could then go into the no strategy. So there is 10 participants, so it should be actually 3 rooms. to be filled up. So maybe I help. It would be great if just everybody moves into one room, because the main session will be closed. So maybe Harsh, I move you to room number 1. Celeste and Richard can be room number 2. And I can already set them up. And while I set them up, I would actually like you to already start with the introduction. You can continue this in the breakout rooms, but while I'm concentrated on setting up the rooms, maybe Moritz can just start with this 1-minute introduction.
Yeah, sure. So hi, I'm Moritz. I work for a Berlin